Oh, the other thing you don't care about. Right, 30 seconds.
Go on in.
Changes this time. Changes this time. we go. We're getting close on. We're getting very, very close to something special happening at the top of Football Stadium. And before that, we have to deal with the press conference and the way as well. So the press conference, here we are in East London, the L4. And you know that big, we're going to head of it. Tony Beckett, actually going alongside myself, actually, Darren Barker. And he said yesterday,
yeah. Definitely.
Only you just jumped on.
Fighter standing there. DAZN is first, though, right?
What? Yeah, no, they're coming from that side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Worried me for a second. Yeah, they're coming from either side. I didn't realise that. Yeah, yeah. DAZN's over there, and then Talon's there, so they're going to go 1, 2.
the ring, Jan 31st. Nothing confirmed. Yeah.
February, right? That's still good for February. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for The Ring. Unfinished business, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn 2 this Saturday, November 15th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. We would first like to give a special thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, and Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. This event is being brought to you by Riyadh Season, Sella, Ring Magazine, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, and Ben Shalom for Boxer, in association with Frank Warren for Queensberry and Gold Star Promotions, along with their great sponsors, Everlast, BYD, Cleans, Movember, Mr. Q Casino, and Betfred. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that this event will be broadcasted live worldwide exclusively on DAZN, and the last remaining tickets available are purchased through ticketmaster.co.uk. Let's now get the undercard press conference participants introduced. From Bradford, Yorkshire, England, Fazan Fizi Shahid. From Liverpool, England, Mikey the Omen Talon. From Leeds, Yorkshire, England, Ishmael the Black Panther Davis. From Walthamstow, London, England, Sam Magic Man Gilly. From Brighton, England, Tommy Hellboy Welch. From Walworth, London, England, Richard the Midnight Train Reactor. From Duarte, California, USA, Kurt Scooby. From Slough, England, Adam the Assassin Azim. From Nottingham, England, Echo the Engine Isumin. From Charlie, Lancashire, England, Jack Elgato Catterall. And now let's welcome the CEO of Ring Magazine, Mr. Rick Reno. And let's welcome the promoters, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. And Ben Shalom for Boxer.
Oh, yeah.
And now we hand things over to your host, Mr. Jamie Ward.
Thank you, Thomas Schreiber. Okay. Well, a very, very good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's final press conference. Of course, the countdown well and truly on now to Saturday night's action as the Ring proudly presents Unfinished Business. 203 days on after their epic encounter in April, the sound for round 13 will ring around the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we are the lucky ones because we get to sit there and watch it all unfold on Saturday night. Plenty more of discussion to come on the main event a little bit later on, but first we hear from the supporting cast, the undercard, and each fight here on the stage carries its own story, its own narrative, and its own opportunity for the 10 fighters here to create something truly special for themselves, to create a night that they will be able to look back on forever through victory and never, ever forget. Before we do hear from the fighters and the promoters, I am going to hand over to the man they call Versace. Your guess as to why is as good as mine, but that is Ring CEO, Mr. Rick Reno. Rick, over to you.
Thanks a lot. I want to thank everybody for coming out. We got a spectacular rematch this Saturday. Eubank Benn. But before those gentlemen get in the ring to do some unfinished business, we got a magnificent undercard featuring my man Jack right there, Jack Catterall, while Eddie was playing footsie in Philadelphia and sipping on champagne in Texas. I've been pushing my man Jack, and while he's got Ennis on his side, he's not facing no Lima. We got no Lima job, Eddie, this time.
I can't believe you're on the wrong side.
I agree. But you're my mate. I want to look directly at you. So I said,
thanks,
sit
mate.
me and Eddie right together.
Means a lot. Thank you.
Unlike some people who don't let you talk at the media events, I always want you up here with me.
Thank you, mate.
I'll always protect you, even against Dana. He may want to take you out. I won't let him. You got the Versace protection plan.
You're the man, Rick. Love you, baby.
And, Jack's got a tough night with Echo, a true danger man, an upset artist. Just sent Josh Taylor into retirement. And they call him the engine, and he does have an engine. And he can fight. And that's why it's an intriguing contest. I know Jack should have been undisputed world champion. It got taken from him. And he wants to get back there again. But Echo has some ideas of his own, and it's going to be some fight. And I really look forward to it. Adam Azim, one of the rising stars in British boxing, he's got a tough assignment as well. I was watching Kurt at the open workout, and he looked jacked. He looked completely jacked. And, Adam has some guts. He could have, when his opponent fell out, he could have just waited off, taken an easier fight, but he was ready to take on anybody. And, Kurt's a tough guy to take on short notice. And like I said, he's in shape and ready to go. And you can never forget the heavyweights with Tommy and Riapor. Tommy's taken a big step up. Riapor's got the experience. But in the heavyweight division, like always, and we've seen it this year time and time again, one punch can change everything. Guy could be up 10 rounds, 11th round comes, one punch, spark out. And the heavyweight division, it's important for both of those guys to get that win because, as everybody knows, it's no secret, Usyk, the top guy, he's got 1 foot out the door. Maybe he retires. Maybe he has one more fight at best. There's going to be a lot of vacant belts once he goes, and every victory counts at this point. So I expect a lot of action with this undercard, and I look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday night.
Okay, thank you, Rick. Next to Ben Shalom, the man to your right of Boxer. Ben, good to see you. What a turnout. Speaks for itself. Another terrific spectacle lies in store on Saturday night. What does it mean to you and to Boxer to be involved once again?
Oh, it's incredible. Just to be sat up here and see the scale of this again is special. It doesn't happen very often, and it'll be a huge night for Chris Eubank on Saturday night, but it'll also be a very good night for our guys on the undercard. Obviously, Adam Azim, who we believe is a generational talent, takes on Kurt Scobie, who's been loud all week. He's been making noise all week.
Wakey.
This is a test that he needs.
Wakey.
He's looking jacked. He's looking big. But this is a perfect opportunity for Adam Azim to see and show how good he is. All the talk before the fight, there won't be any talk after the fight, believe me.
Taking in your trousers still, huh?
Richard Riapor returns. He's been to the top of the cruiserweight division with us for a long time. Always felt like he wasn't right at the weight. Always felt like there was another gear to go. And now at heavyweight, he takes on Tommy Welsh, who deserves a huge amount of credit. Obviously, stepping up to heavyweight in a big clash, but something that they wanted. It's a test that they wanted, and the winner will go on to big things. But an incredible undercard. Thank you to Sella. Thank you to the ring. Thank you to Turkey Al Sheikh, because these events don't happen without them. And it's very, very special to be involved.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Over to you then, promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, probably wise to make the most of this opportunity to speak at this evening's press conference in the absence for now of your friend Chris Eubank Jr. But similar question, I guess, for you, for Matchroom, another stadium show. What does this all mean?
Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to talk later, so I'm just going to do 15 minutes now. You look around, you see the scale and the size of this event. I do want to just say a couple of thank yous, in all seriousness, because I probably won't get a chance to say it later, to the incredible team at Seller and Ring Magazine. Of course, Turkey Al Sheikh, who drives, the real passion and the journey for boxing. Ring, Versace over there, Mike, everybody, our incredible team at Matchroom. And of course, DAZN, who have now firmly established themselves as the global home of boxing, and we know this event is exclusively live on the platform. When you look at the run from now till the end of the year, it's quite remarkable. Of course, on Saturday, there'll be 68,000 people at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for a historic night for British boxing. But next week in Riyadh is a card that I think fight fans have never seen before. Devin Haney goes for another World Championship in another weight class against Brian Norman. Benavidez against Yard. Our guy Bam against Martinez. Sam Noakes goes for the world title against Abdullah Mason. It's an incredible night in Riyadh. And the week after that, one of the biggest stars in British boxing, Ben Whittaker, makes his Matchroom debut in Birmingham. What a fighter, what a signing from us. We can't wait to see that young man shine before we head to Monaco on December 6th for a breathtaking card. December the 13th, Stockton, California. And of course, December 20th, our first ever show in Africa, in Ghana. And the 27th, we're back in Riyadh for a night of the Samurai with Naira Inoue. That's what you call big-time boxing. That's what you call the global home of boxing. That's what you call DAZN. In terms of the main event, I'm sure we'll cover that later, but this is an unbelievable card. A couple of words from our guys. The man to my left, and Ricky's right. This guy should have been the undisputed champion at 140 pounds. What a fight against Echo Esserman. You saw him end the career of Josh Taylor. This is Matchroom against Queensbury again. It's a brilliant domestic matchup that could sell any arena in the UK. And Ishmael Davis down there getting another golden opportunity to fight a great fighter in Sam Gillian, another domestic classic for the British title. We can't wait. This is what dreams are made of. 68,000 people at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Benn, Eubank, 4 is what it is. Thank you to everybody involved. Good luck to everybody on the night. Be safe, and we look forward to another historic night at Tottenham. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Eddie. Well, let's now hear then from the most important people on this stage, of course, this evening. That is, of course, the fighters. 6 rounds in the flyweight division kicks things off. A 5-fight undercard, as I say, building towards the main event on Saturday night. And a big chance for Mikey Talon, 10-0 from Liverpool, unbeaten to shine on the big stage. But standing in his way is Fazan Shahid, who comes into this fight on a good run, back-to-back wins, with ideas of his own. Fazan, we'll start with you because you will be the first fighter to make his ring walk at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday night. When you think about your boxing journey, you actually lost your professional debut, I believe, in the car park of Sheffield Arena on a small hall show, and now you're here about to ring walk in front of over 60,000 fans on one of the biggest shows of the year. How does it make you feel when you look at your boxing journey now?
I'm just grateful for this occasion. I'm a massive underdog for this fight. I've got nothing to lose but everything to gain. So yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm just happy to be here.
Mikey Talon is the unbeaten prospect. His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh's a big fan of his. He's got the training team behind him in Joe Gallagher as well. He's expected in the eyes of many, Fazan, to win this fight on Saturday night. But tell us what your plans are.
Like you said, he's the A side of the so hopefully a big performance and go from there, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Fazan. Wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. Mikey Talon, down there at the end, over to you. As I say, you must be doing something right because His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh's a big fan of yours, back on another big card after boxing in America last time out. What does this opportunity and moment all mean to Mikey Talon?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh and Riyadh Season and Salah for giving me this another huge opportunity, and to come off a great winner from Canelo Crawford to now fighting on Eubank Benn. It doesn't really get any much bigger in the UK, so I'm really, really grateful.
And just a quick one, how much is it about not just being here and being a part of a big event, but leaving Tottenham Hotspur with a victory, with your head held high with your performance as well?
Yeah, it means a lot, we're going to win good, and that's all I'm here to do.
Okay, Mikey, wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. Mikey Talon against Bahar Jahid. 6 rounds of flyweights open up the action on Saturday night, and that will lead us in nicely to the first title fight of the night. And we talked about in the intro there of every fight having its own story and its own narrative, and when you talk about fairy tale opportunity, I don't think it gets much better probably for the Magic Man Sam Gilly, die-hard Tottenham Hotspur supporter, of course, defends his Commonwealth Super Welterweight title on Saturday night, but a big chance for him to leave Tottenham Hotspur with that British title on his shoulder as well. But standing in his way is the man who doesn't know how to say no. the can man, Ishmael Davis. It doesn't matter how long the notice may be, how big the stage might be, or who indeed the name might be. Ishmael Davis just simply loves to fight, and this is a terrific fight. Many are picking this to potentially steal the show, certainly as far as the undercard is concerned. Sam Gilly, let me come to you first. As I just said there, you talk about fairy tale opportunity for the Tottenham Hotspur fan at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Is this just about as good as it could be for you right now?
Yeah, I mean, I've waited a long time to fight for this British title, and the fact it's ended up being at Spurs is special. I mean, being a Spurs fan, it's normally quite painful over the weekend, so I'm looking forward to having a bit of fun and getting a win.
Ishmael, just saying there about Sam's motivation, what this whole occasion means to you. Despite recent setback, Ishmael, and things not necessarily going your way in big fights on big stages in big stadiums, why have you never let that derail you off your track in this game?
I just believe in life you got to keep going, and that's just what I'm doing, man. And I know the level of boxing I can get to, and I feel like I'm on the belt because everyone knows I should have won that robbery in Ireland, but that's in the past, and now it's time to get the British title and the Commonwealth title. But you know, I've heard him say he wants to win the British since a kid. I wish he does win it, but Saturday won't be his night.
Seems respectful for the best part, Sam, between you and Ishmael Davis, but you've said this is your destiny. Why can't he beat you? Why won't he beat you and stand in the way of that on Saturday?
Listen, it is respectful. This is just work for us at the end of the day. But I just believe with every bit of me, this is what the last couple of years, all the disappointments, it's just led to this. And this is just my moment to show how good I am and what level I'm at.
Ishmael, final word to you. How do you leave with the belts on Saturday night? Tell us.
Everyone knows what I bring. We know what Sam brings. I'm going to be in there like a steam machine on Saturday, so get ready for a good fight, and I'll do what I do best.
And a quick one from promoter Eddie Hearn as well, who promotes Ishmael Davis. Matchroom versus Queensbury once again, so no pressure, Ishmael.
Yeah, no, it's you know, Ishmael's had a lot of great opportunities, but he's also taken a lot of tough fights at short notice. But there's absolutely nothing to say other than he must win this fight on Saturday night. This is absolute last chance saloon to take one of these chances. He's a great fighter. He's worked his socks off. Sam's a great fighter as well. This is a great domestic matchup and a must-win for our man, and we believe he'll get the job done.
Okay, look forward to that one on Saturday night. Vacant British and Sam Gilly's Commonwealth Super Welterweight titles on the line in that one when he faces Ishmael Davis. Now, it wouldn't be a big show without a bit of fun, would it? And a bit of fireworks from the big boys in boxing's blue ribbon glamour division, the heavyweight division, and that is exactly what we have to look forward to on Saturday night as Richard Riakpor's second fight for him up at heavyweight under trainer Billy Nelson continues his assault on the domestic scene at heavyweight, but standing in his way, the unbeaten 16-0 Tommy Welch, who has big plans of his own this weekend. Just before we hear from the fighters, a quick word from you, Benn, of course representing Richard Riakpor. At this stage of his career, what is the ambition and where do you believe, in terms of chapters, they're still left to write in the story of Richard Riakpor?
Look, the best is yet to come. It's something that Richard's been waiting for a long time, I have to say. He had to wait a long time to fight for the world title at the cruiserweight division, and then it was moving up straight away. It's a test. It's a big show. Fair play, as I say, to Tommy for taking this. I know his dad very well, and he'll be wanting to follow in his footsteps. It's as much as a big night for him as it is for Richard, but you know, Richard looks at that British domestic heavyweight scene and wants to get in and amongst it. He wants those big names, he wants the big fights, and win on Saturday night, and that's what he'll get.
Okay, thanks, Ben. Richard, welcome. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday night. Not quite Selhurst Park, of course, as far as you're concerned, but it's not bad. You said on your social media, Richard, this one's about legacy, discipline and purpose. Can you just tell us exactly what that means and what you meant by that?
Yeah, the journey's been a long journey. For me to be on the stage, competing on these big shows. A lot of people don't know, but pre-COVID, things are very different. You know, to get on these stages, you have to win some big fights. You know, I was just talking to Sam about this a minute ago, but the journey continues, and we want to get one world title at heavyweight, so we're just working now towards that. And my test on Saturday, I'm looking to put on a dominant performance.
A few comments in the build-up from Team Welch, about moving up to heavyweight at the age of 35 at this stage of your career maybe isn't the wisest idea. I just wonder what your counter-argument and response to that would be.
Well, everybody has their own opinion, and it doesn't mean nothing to me. It's all about the results, and the results will speak for themselves.
Tommy, welcome. Heard from your father, Scott Welch, of course, former British Commonwealth and WBO World Heavyweight title challenger Scott Welch, that you've been ready for a little while, built yourself up nicely to 16-0, but you said for some reason or another, perhaps the opportunity just hasn't presented itself. Now you are here. You've called yourself a nobody, Tommy, in the build-up, so what are we all going to find out about the nobody on Saturday night?
Firstly, I just want to say hi to everyone that's turned out. It's pretty incredible seeing all these faces here for us guys and the top boys on the show. It's pretty incredible. I think Turkey and all the promoters involved have done a fabulous job in providing some of the best nights in boxing's history, and to be a part of it is quite amazing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this challenge of Richard Riakporhe. Again, you know, I think he's moved up at the wrong time. He failed at cruiserweight against Chris Billam-Smith, who's in the building. He went missing for a little while by all accounts, and he's trying to reinvent himself now at heavyweight. I've been here for a long time, and it's been quite hard to get on the scene. It seems like the game's changed. You have to be popular, you have to be famous, and you have to put a lot of bums on seats. So I haven't had anyone helping me with that. So the fact that I'm on this show is you know, it's a nice opening for me. This isn't Richard's downfall on Saturday night. This is my arrival. So I'm here. And I'm probably the only one that hasn't feared him. I've been calling him out for the last 10 months. I want him. You know, he's come up to my weight in my division. Yeah, that's right. He has. Yeah, what are you gonna say, Richard?
I do my talk in the ring. I don't need to go back and forth. You know, everybody has.
That's a first.
Everybody has their opinions, but who cares?
That's a first. Yeah. I'm here and I'm ready.
To get Chisora up on here, man. What's going on, fam?
Saturday night, the midnight train's taking the last bus home.
I will offer you the chance just to respond to that, Richard Riakporhe. Tommy says you failed at cruiserweight, you're taking the last bus home. What's your prediction? How do you want to win this fight on Saturday?
I don't think it's going to last very long, to be honest.
You're absolutely right. For sure. You're right. You ain't no sniper. You haven't sniped anyone out.
Just tune in, fans. You're going to love this. Trust me.
No
We've been putting in some work for this.
What a sniper is.
I'm looking to entertain.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. We're here and we're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Bro.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Yeah. You had 15 fights.
16.
16.
And you're my 17th.
Tomato cans.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, guess what?
I don't understand. My 8th fight, I stepped up. Why didn't you step up? It shows more about you.
Because you're very marketable.
No, you're comfortable.
You look the part.
You said it yourself. You don't even need to be here.
Marketable.
You guys are millionaires or something.
Correct.
Why are you here?
Because I love it.
Doesn't make no sense. This is a hungry man's sport.
I love this game.
I'm telling you.
It ain't about the money.
And you're going to find out Saturday.
It's all about the check.
You're going to find out Saturday.
And you think
keep on talking.
Big check.
Keep on talking.
You're talking about world title fights after this. Who are you in the heavyweights?
Keep on talking.
Yeah.
Before the 5th, I'm taking this guy's head off.
I want to box him and move.
Okay, thank you for your hand there as well. Derek Chisora down there in the front row. Well, listen, I thought this next fight that we're going to speak to on the top table here would steal the undercard press conference, but how good was that? Big fight to look forward to in the heavyweight division between Richard Riakporhe and Tommy Welch. The next fighters we are going to speak to, though, a good fight this. Adam Azim, widely regarded by many, 23 years old, 13-0 as one of the best young prospects, not just in British boxing, but indeed world boxing, was due to face Zawa Abdullayev on the show this week. But in steps the energetic, the brash, the certainly confident Kurt Scooby, who's had a lot to say in the build-up, which we've all enjoyed, and it promises an intriguing conclusion to what has been a fun build-up in a big fight in the 140 pounds weight division. Just before we hear from the fighters once again, to promoter Ben Shalom. Ben, I just said there that Adam Azim widely regarded as one of the best prospects. In terms of a talent, what do you believe you are working with here in Adam Azim?
Oh, it's scary. I mean, credit to Adam. He said he'd take on anyone at late notice. I think Kurt Scobie is a perfect opponent. He's a perfect opponent to establish his name on the world scene. A lot of people talk very well of Kurt. He's in the great camp with Hector Bermudez. I know he's been keeping fit. I know he's been keeping active. He looks the part. He talks the part. And that's what Adam Azim needs. I really believe this is going to be an emphatic statement on Saturday night. And this is the moment that Adam's been waiting for. A breakout moment on the world scene. And Kurt Scobie is going to give him just that.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Kurt, welcome. As I said there in the intro, we've enjoyed the energy in the build-up so far. For the British fight fans who might not have seen a lot of Kurt Scobie, what do you believe we will all find out, and Adam Azim will find out on Saturday night?
First off, Ben, you don't sound confident. You do not sound confident. All week I don't play boxing. I let it be known I don't play boxing. I'm here for business. I prepared myself my whole life, struggled my whole life. I'm ready for this moment.
Adam, good to see you. Welcome. Look, Kurt's had a bit to say this week. We believe there was an altercation in the Fight Week Hotel to kick the week off. It carried on here at the media workout yesterday. What do you make of his energy and what can you take from it, I guess, heading into Saturday's fight?
First of all, I'd like to say hello, everyone. I hope you're all well. I'd like to thank Turkey Al Sheikh for giving me this opportunity. Thank you to Ben Shalom for putting me on the show as well. MSB, Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi has always been a place in my heart where, Makkah and Medina is. And I went to Umrah last year to experience Umrah, and, Saudi has always been to my heart. Look, these Americans, they love to talk, but for me, I'm cool, I'm calm, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Not confident though, bro. That's the thing.
I'm so sorry.
When you make dua, you're very confident as a man.
I'm very confident.
Be confident as a man.
Kurt, I promise you.
Sorry,
speak up.
Ben.
Hey, hold on. You didn't want to take this fight.
I can't hear
Let's not forget that.
Shit over there. I can't hear.
You didn't want to take this fight. Remember that. I got the call back.
Shit over there.
After I called you out.
It's kind of small, little stocky guy.
Yo, it's funny. You didn't want to take this fight.
I think he's trying shit again.
You didn't want to take this fight. Ben, we had to call Ben and tell, hey, Ben, make that shit happen.
You're like who you were.
You're like a little kid that
make that happen.
You're like a little kid that comes from school, like with your backpack.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I'm gonna take your lunch.
You're gonna take my lunch?
Taking your lunch. I'm taking your lunch. Your cars, your Corvette.
You can take my
lunch. Are you able
lunch.
to defend that? Are you able to defend your cars, your luxuries? Are you able to defend that?
You're the kid.
No, you're not.
I'm the bully,
Sound confident, son.
Mate,
sound confident, son.
Very confident.
Put face in your voice.
Sorry about it. You'll see on Saturday. Sorry about that.
Kurt, it seems that you've tried this week to make Adam Azim feel uncomfortable. Do you think you've succeeded?
Try.
No.
Try.
You're trying.
Family
I ain't gonna help
yelling at me right now. I think we got in. I think we did very, very well. Did very well. Look at his brothers. Yes. Way in your head. Raggy. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Has he wound you up, Adam? At all? Is this a new challenge for you?
It's
the
not.
mental warfare to face?
I'm not wound up. I'm very calm. Saturday, I'm just going to show him in the ring, that's all.
Rent free.
Alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful for where I am. That's it.
Rent free.
Quick prediction, Kurt. How does this go on Saturday?
Rent free.
Take those glasses off and look at me properly, innit? There you go, my friend.
Rent free. All day long.
Sit back down.
Hey, rent free all day long.
Sit down now, little
Beating your ass. Pause. I'm beating your ass.
I'm going to beat your ass, and I'm going to beat Devin Haney's ass after that. Your boy, mate.
Hey, it's great you had to have the security guard hold you back. Every time the security holds you back, you big
if the security weren't there,
I see you in the lobby. Are we good? No.
The security is there.
Hell no, we're not good.
Yeah. Hope you can.
Hell no, we're not good.
Hope you can fight.
I know you can fight. Well, you're fighting a fighter.
Ben, you're shaking your trousers every day, every time.
You're fighting a fighter.
I hope.
Hey, didn't Ben come and have you shaking your trousers?
I hope you can.
Is that what they call trousers over here?
I hope you can fight.
You're fighting an actual fighter.
Really hope you.
You're actual fighting an actual fighter. You didn't. The 18 fights you had, you haven't fought no one.
I'm gonna talk that shit too.
There's kids.
And I'm gonna talk that shit too.
Your kid, don't swear.
You don't sound confident, son.
Final prediction, Adam. Tell Kurt Scobie how he beat him.
He's gonna get a proper demolition job on Saturday. Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for where I am. Let's see you on Saturday night.
He don't believe in himself, man. It's crazy.
I believe in myself.
I can hear it.
About that.
I can hear it. As a person that believes in himself.
If you can't hear, then that's the issue. You know that, right? If you can't hear, that's the issue.
That's crazy to me.
If you can't hear, then that's the issue. Good thing you can hear, my friend.
Identify as someone that doesn't believe in himself. Make more du'as, please.
You should make dua as well. We're both Muslims, right?
Yeah, I do.
We're both Muslims, right? You're a Muslim, right? Maybe we'll make dua. Of course, I'm gonna make more dua for
my Muslim
myself.
brother, I pray for you too. We can make dua together after I beat you.
But after I beat you, probably can pray Isha together. That's probably after the fight. It's Isha, right? Yeah. After we had a good fight, me and you, and I beat you, we pray Isha
Burger
together.
too. We got a burger.
Yeah?
Vegan burger for me though.
You want a burger as well? I'll get the beef. You get the vegan. No problem.
Okay, business to take care of. First of all, on Saturday night. Thank you, gents. Thoroughly enjoyed that. A great fight to look forward to between Adam Azim and Kurt Scooby, and also a great fight to look forward to in the welterweight division. What a year it's been for the engine. Echo Esserman comes into the fight on Saturday night, ranked number 3 in the world with the WBO after a career best performance and win against Josh Taylor up in Scotland to face the former arch rival of Josh Taylor, a man in Jack Catterall who begins a new chapter under new trainer Bozy Ennis over in Philadelphia. Jack has been honest, hasn't been happy with the 2 performances this year against Arnold Barboza Jr. and then his first fight, of course, against Harlem Eubank. Big fights on the horizon for both. No pressure at all, lads, as well, bearing in mind how the last 2 press conferences have just gone. I look forward to hearing this next one. Firstly, a quick word, though, from promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, you touched on it at the start there. A big fight for your man in Jack Catterall. As I say, Echo Esserman very well positioned, but as is Jack across the board. What do you believe is at stake for the winner?
A world title shot, simply. I mean, they're 2 tremendous fighters. It's great to see a domestic fight at world level. Echo's coming off a great win. Jack, we know should have been undisputed champion. That's in the past now, up at 147 with the great Bozy Ennis and the team from Philadelphia now that he's been in training camp with. I think you're going to see a career best performance, and the styles are going to clash perfectly. Last time out it was a bit of a clash of the wrong styles with Jack Catterall. Echo loves to fight, he loves to come forward, he loves to make the fight, and Jack is going to produce, I believe, a career best performance in what I think will be a domestic classic on this brilliant card.
Okay, thank you, Eddie. Echo, firstly to you, welcome, as we just said there, sitting very pretty across the rankings, across the board right now at £147. What does Jack Catterall represent in your journey and your story right now, do you think, on Saturday night?
Well, first of all, big thank you to Turkey Ali Sheikh, Seller, Matchroom and Queensbury for getting me on this card. Glad to be here. Big show out. Glad to see everyone here. What is in front of me? Awkward customer, tricky character, but I can be more trickier, so I'm looking forward to it.
Jack, a tricky customer, perhaps a fair assessment, but in terms of where you're at right now, you've talked about in the build-up not being too pleased with your performances so far this year. You've changed trainer. Are we silly to expect a completely different version of Jack Catterall on Saturday night?
Yeah, that's all in the past now. I'm focused on Saturday. I know what I've got in front of me. I've prepared well, I've prepared hard, made many sacrifices, so I'm switched on and I'm ready to come do a job on Saturday night.
Echo, you've told us this week that you just have more than Jack Catterall. In your own mind, in your own words, just tell us what you believe makes you a better fighter and why you win this fight on Saturday.
Well, what makes me a better fighter? Everyone just knows me by the engine. They don't know me by the Spectre. They don't know me by my other alter egos. So when we get in the ring, come Saturday, you're going to see a world-class performance where I'd put that statement performance, everyone on the world stage, see exactly who I am.
And as I say, you're ranked number 3 with the WBO. Big fight next week in Riyadh between Devin Haney and Brian Norman. You believe a win over Jack Catterall here can take you to that world title shot next?
When I win, it will.
Jack, and for you, listen, everyone has their opinions on where you should have been in your professional journey in terms of being a world champion, but is that what you see it being at stake for you on Saturday night in this fight with Echo Esserman?
Yeah, of course. There's some great fights to be made, but that's all irrelevant now. We've both got to fight Saturday, and that's all I'm focused on. Echo's a good fighter, but he doesn't bring nothing I've not seen before, so I'm looking to go in there and put on a show for everybody Saturday night.
How do you believe You do it, Jack, just finally in your own words.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to meet him in the middle of the ring and I'm going to show him what's up.
Echo, final word to you.
Jack has never seen my version of beautiful violence, so it's going to be a good fight. Everyone look forward to it.
Okay, how good was that? What a lovely way to end. Beautiful violence guaranteed then in the undercard. We will now pause. We're going to face off the fighters of the supporting cast. Short break before we return to the main event.
These two competing. These two competing Saturday in a scheduled 6-round flyweight contest. These two competing Saturday in a 12-round contest for the vacant British and Commonwealth Super Welterweight Championships. It will be the big boys of boxing. These two competing Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Heavyweight Championship. These two competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest for the vacant WBO Intercontinental Super Lightweight Championship.
hope you will get
This, our co-main event Saturday, 12 rounds scheduled for the WBO Global Welterweight Championship.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the final press conference for what will be an outstanding event coming up on Saturday, November 15th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium here in London. It will be ring unfinished business. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn 2 this Saturday, once again, November 15th. Tickets are still available. We expect to have about 60,000 plus once again for this fantastic event. 7 months ago, the two fighters you're about to meet stepped into the ring, the same stadium, and for 12 rounds, every minute it was toe-to-toe, and it became a candidate for Fight of the Year. We're going to do it one more time. And special thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for making this all possible, to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and the Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh. Well, this event is a presentation of Riyadh Season, Sella, and the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine. Promoters Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Ben Shalom for Boxer. Sponsored by our great sponsors, Everlast, BYD, Cleans, Movember, Mr. Q Casino, and Betfred. And a reminder, everyone, it's live on DAZN worldwide exclusively. And once again, for the few tickets that are left and the fans that are thinking about this, it'll be a great night to come. Tickets available on ticketmaster.co.uk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, already seated behind me, we have Ring Magazine CEO Rick Reno, Chairman of Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn, the CEO for Boxer, Ben Shalom, Head Trainer for Chris Eubank Jr., Brian McIntyre, Head Trainer for Conor Benn, Tony Sims, and seated, a gentleman I introduced quite a few years ago, a few times in the ring. He's boxing royalty and OG for the sport. From the Boxing Hall of Fame, two-time world champion, former middleweight, former super middleweight champion of the world, the Dark Destroyer, Nigel Benn. And I think we'll be meeting his counterpart in just a few minutes. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring the fighters to the ring for this rematch. First of all, coming to the stage, 23 victories, 14 big wins by knockout, only one defeat. He's ready and looking for revenge Saturday night. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Conor the Destroyer Benn. And his opponent, who will be making his entrance with more boxing royalty, ladies and gentlemen. It's his dad, of course, the former super middleweight, former middleweight champion of the world. And he is, of course, Chris Eubank Sr. Coming in with his son with a record consisting of 35 victories, 25 KOs, only 3 defeats, two-time IBO middleweight world champion, Chris Next Gen Eubank Jr. Father and son, champion and champion. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, let me turn it over to our host. He'll be coming up to the center of the stage. How about a round of applause for Mr. Jamie Ward?
Thank you very much. The greatest, Mr. Michael Buffer, in the house. Thank you, Michael, and a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's main event, final press conference. Listen, just as their fathers did, who joined them on the stage here this evening all those years ago. In fact, 35 years ago next week is the anniversary of that Sunday night in Birmingham when Chris Eubank Sr. and Nigel Benn first did battle. And here we are, all those years later, part 4 of Eubank Benn in the history books, part 2 between the sons. A rematch that truly sells itself, aside from the family history, the once-in-a-lifetime stuff, the unique setup that we have here in the build-up to what promises to be another special night. Just cast your mind back to April. Throughout the whole build-up, April 26th, 2025 was spoken about of being an I was there moment. And let's be honest, it was an I was there occasion before the opening bell had even rang at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We remember the cinema, the theatre, as Chris Eubank Sr. made his way into the stadium alongside his son, Chris Eubank Jr., as Conor Benn and Nigel Benn watched on backstage. We remember the ring walks, the pyro, the atmosphere, simply the best, the Benn chimes and dangerous. And then, of course, the opening bell rang, and we witnessed what can only be described as one of the greatest fights we have seen on these shores in many, many years. A fight which exceeded all expectations, a 12-round war of attrition for 36 minutes, which saw Chris Eubank Jr. emerge the victor. And throughout their journeys as fighters, comparisons have always been made to their fathers. Perhaps the way they are, the way they speak, the way they fight, their temper, their temperament. But I think the most poignant and beautiful comparison that was made that night between the sons and their fathers was that of their spirit, their heart, their desire, their tenacity and their will to win. And all of it culminated and was summarised fairly well by Chris Eubank Sr. Legendary behaviour in the boxing ring. So what's at stake in part 2 for Chris Eubank Jr. is a chance to cement once and for all family Eubank supremacy and push on to the big names he's targeted for a long time now and those world title opportunities. For Conor Benn, it is the quest for revenge. It is the thirst for redemption, and probably most importantly, a long-awaited victory for the Benn family over the Eubanks, so he can return safely home to his father, Nigel Benn, who sits beside him on the stage here this evening. Before we do hear from the fighters, the training teams, we are going to hear from the promoters. Firstly to you, Ben Shalom. Make your case, Ben, in front of the world. Here we go again. Why does Chris Eubank Jr. beat Conor Benn for a second time on Saturday night?
First of all, thank you to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Thank you to Seller. Thank you to Ring Magazine. What an occasion we have again. It feels like the Chris Eubank Jr. show all over again. It feels like the fourth of a family dynasty, a family rivalry that has gone on for a long time. But this is a generational fight with generational stakes for Chris Eubank Jr. This is the moment I really believe he cements himself as a great in British boxing. For the attention that he brings to the sport, this is the 7th fight that I promoted with him, and every single fight is a spectacle. And this one is no different. It's a huge moment. We know the fights beyond this. We know the names beyond this. We know the big nights we want to bring to this country, bring back to stadiums again. But it only happens with a statement performance on Saturday night, and that's, I believe, is what we'll get.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Over to the other side of the table, to Matchroom Boxing's promoter, Eddie Hearn. Eddie, here we go again. You say you've been very impressed with your man, Conor Benn. Yourself and Chris Eubank Sr. have had a little bit of back and forth this week, but what does it mean to you, to Conor, to be in this position once again?
Wow, he's finally learned. He's finally learned, guys, that he cannot speak during the press conference. What a beautiful thing it is that I don't have to interrupt this guy. This is great music, by the way. I don't know. Okay. Well, this is great. Thank you, Eddie, for finally understanding your position here. I guess I'm just going to jump straight in with what everybody really wants to know. And that is, I'll wait for the music to start. Oh wait, he's actually doing the clipboard. Wow, that's impressive.
Love Actually style from Eddie Hearn tonight.
Well, as long as he's not speaking, that's fine. Wow, this is embarrassing, man. I can't believe this guy's really doing it. This is supposed to be the best promoter in the world, and the guy's got clipboards up on the stage, smiling like an idiot because he's too scared to talk at a press conference. That is, wow.
Chris, just before we hear from yourself, I'm going to throw it down there to the CEO of Ring Magazine, Versace, Mr. Rick Reno, to say a few words. Rick, over to you.
Well, I got to follow that up by Eddie. I got no cue cards with me. But I will say, I don't blame Chris. I don't trust these Matchroom guys tonight, so I had to talk to the British board to receive confirmation that Frank Smith will not be driving the ambulance on Saturday. I had to get pure confirmation of that, because Eddie's going to have a few tricks up his sleeve. I don't trust him either, Chris. I don't blame you. But this weekend, you know, it's a major, major contest. I know Chris, Conor, both of them, it's unfinished business. Chris is looking to repeat in more dominating fashion. Conor, he wants revenge. I could see it in his eyes. He's hungry for revenge. But more so, I think what each guy wants is a knockout. I don't think either guy, from hearing them, wants this fight to go to distance, wants this fight to go to the cards. Neither guy wants to take a chance. And I just got a feeling in myself that we are going to see a knockout. I don't know which guy's going to get it. That's why we got to tune in. I thought the first fight, easy front runner for fight of the year. I think the second fight's going to be even more exciting. And it's a can't miss occasion, can't miss fight. I look forward to it. And I hope to see everybody on Saturday.
Okay, thank you, Rick. A quick word from Mr. Chris Eubank Jr. to open up the press conference here this evening. Chris, when you think back to all these years ago when you decided to venture into the world of boxing, because if your dad could, then why couldn't you? And you sit here now, back-to-back stadium headliners, the eyes of the world on Chris Eubank Jr. once again, with your father sat beside you. At that time, did you have any idea, Chris, of what you were signing up for when you sit here on an occasion like this once again?
You know, I had no idea that I would be sitting in front of you guys today with this man by my side. I found out a couple of hours ago, so I'm just as shocked as you guys are. I still don't know what he might say, what he might do. I'm sure it's going to be interesting regardless. But all jokes aside, there is something I need to address first and foremost. Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn, Nigel Benn, over the last few months have been making accusations and claims that my father was paid to come to the fight in April. Just barefaced lies. And anyone with a brain knows that that's not true. But I still have to address it because it's extremely disrespectful to my father and myself. And I also think it's pretty disrespectful to the Saudis for them to imply that they would pay my father to do that. So yeah, I'm just getting it out into the open, saying for once and for all that that never happened, and for these men to stop lying to the public.
Conor, welcome. Here we go. Not long to go now. A similar question to what I just asked Chris. You ventured into this world because you said you chose to, not because you had to. You've had your highs and lows in the sport of boxing. But even from the Conor Benn of April, what have you learned about yourself of why this world is a world for Conor Benn?
Yeah, I mean, listen, when I first turned pro, I didn't envision being here, of course, especially not sitting next to Chris and fighting Chris. You know, we're both at different stages of our career when we first turn over. But when I first turned over anyway, You know, for us to be sitting here, it's legacy and it's generational. I didn't choose this life. It sort of just fell into place, and here I am, the fighter I am. I love to fight. It's what I do. My dad's got 8 kids, and I'm the one that chose to live this life.
Happy to see Chris Eubank Senior here today, Conor.
Very, very, yeah. It's good to have him here. I mean, sitting at the top table, having my dad here and Senior here, it's always meant to be. It was meant to be first time round. We are where we are because of our dads. Yes, we had to work hard, but credit to Senior and my old man that me and Junior can sit here and carry this on.
A word from the trainers before we work our way back up the table then. Firstly to you, Bomac. Bomac back in camp for a big fight with Chris Eubank Jr. You've said it's a relationship that works well, and you've said you believe you can win easier this time. Why is it that you believe that?
I just believe in Chris's skill and of his will that he has. You know, Chris always the one that he wants to win. He got that killer instinct. And once you got to get a fighter like that, it's easy to work with.
To Tony Sims as well, they believe it's going to be easier this time round on Saturday night. You've been with Conor day in, day out. What's your counter-argument to that point?
Yeah, look, the first fight was a tremendous fight for the fans, and I don't know about how much skill set was in that fight, but it was certainly, as they say, a fight of the year contender, and I believe that Conor's had to make adjustments for this fight, and I believe he has done that in the gym. He's worked really hard to make them adjustments, and I don't think we've really seen the finest of Conor Benn yet. I believe that he's got a high IQ when he's in the ring and a high skill set, and I believe that come Saturday night he will show that.
Do you believe he can do it inside the distance, Bomac, this time on Saturday?
Well, like I always say, Ben, you know, I don't go out there trying to push guys to go for the knockout. I go out there and make these guys try to get the win. But if the knockout is there, we're going to get it.
For you, Tony, how do you see Conor Benn winning this fight?
I believe that if the adjustments he's made for this fight and the way that I know Conor can fight, obviously I've been with him from the start, and I believe that he's got the skill set to win this fight convincingly.
Okay, thank you, Tony and Bomac, the training teams, both sides of the main event, and what a picture this is on the stage here, and what a privilege it is to have a pair of two-weight world champions in the house, of course, Mr. Chris Eubank Senior and Mr. Nigel Benn. Firstly to you, Chris Eubank Senior. It was wonderful when we saw you at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in April, but why was it important for you to be with your son here at today's press conference in the build-up to his big rematch on Saturday night?
Again, he's doing the weight, so I'm here to support, just in case there are those who want to bark or scold him. So I guess I'm here to actually protect him. I should say, in regards to the love of the son, if a father takes money, nothing wrong with that. But if there's a father who doesn't take money and has taken no money, none, then that is to be studied. Study that. It can't be a monopoly at last. None. You can't pay me anything. I'm here for heart, love. Remember, what I've lived by right away through my career and what's made me dumb, what has made me dumb is that I've lived with and behaved with patience, kindness. I've never envied. I don't boast. I'm not proud. I'm not rude. I'm not self-seeking. I'm not easily angered, Nigel. And I keep no record of wrongs. That's why I continuously win, because I live by the statutes of the Spirit, the consciousness of the Christ. So whoever told Nigel that I was paid whatever sum of money, they lied to you. And in you actually spouting what they've told you makes you a liar. So expose who told you that lie in order to actually clean your name. Otherwise, who in the future is going to believe you on anything you say? I've always walked the straight line. I fought the good fight. I finished the race. I kept the faith. Now, there is in store for me the crown of righteousness. And the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day that crown of righteousness. And not only for me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. I speak and I walk truth, nothing but. And that's the only way you become a true entertainer that lasts. Yeah. So to that, I will say, Rastafari.
Nigel, after all these years, how does it make you feel when you are still sat across from your biggest rival, Chris Eubank Sr.?
How do I feel? Water running down the back. Nothing. It's not even about me. It's about my son and Chris Jr. So I'm not even really paying attention to what he says. It's an old gobbledygook to me. It's just going over my head. I'm not even really just taking it all on board. Not at all. If we're here to talk about a fight, that's what I'm here to talk about, my son's fight. Nothing else. Not about, what he's done or what he ain't done. Doesn't bother me.
Do not spread lies about me, my friend.
Yeah, well, if you...
I think you two should just face off, personally.
Yeah, I don't mind having a face off with him all day long, mate. I'll have it all day long with him. But anyway, but the difference is it's not about us. We've had our past. It's me, about Junior and Conor and the fight. That's all I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about anything else. We know what's what. We know what's truth. We know what lies is. But the difference is I'm here to support my son, and I watched my son train hard. In the first fight, everyone was saying, what a great fight. Yeah, it was a great fight, but you know what? Conor was throwing punches from South Africa, Germany, all over the place. That weren't no boxing. It was a good fight, but it wasn't boxing. It wasn't what we know Conor can do. And I've seen what Conor can do. And now if he stick to his game plan, he would have victory early doors. And I believe that. I've been watching him spar. And what's really good about this fight, for me, is Conor's mindset. That's the most important thing. Because he's always been an unbelievable trainer. Me as a world champion, my fitness was here. Conor's is completely another level. So it was never about his fitness. It was all about his mindset. And the team that we have behind him have all, because of Conor, we all just been relaxed. No, it's not one bit of stress like he had in the last fight. No stress whatsoever. It's just been peaceful. So I know we're going to get the victory. I'm 100% sure of that, regardless what they say. I mean, Conor had him more in trouble than he ever had Conor. And the difference is, once Conor takes his time, do what he knows he can do, we'll be victorious early doors.
Thank you, Nigel. Chris Eubank Sr., final one to you before we hear from the fighters. You called your son a legend for what he did in the ring in April. When you were sitting ringside watching that, what made you feel that way, and how proud were you of his achievements in the first fight against Conor Benn?
I have spoken. No, but don't talk, don't talk.
Okay, no problem whatsoever. Let's hear from the fighters then. both sides of the main event, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. Chris, here we go. I just wonder how it made you feel when you heard that your dad called you a legend. In that clip we've seen on social media, a big smile on your face, and like we talked about, to have him here by your side, what sort of lift is this a few days out from the rematch?
I'm not here to talk about my feelings or my emotions. I'm here to talk about things that are bothering me and that I think I should shine a light on, as I always do at these press conferences. There's a small issue. Well, it's not a small issue. It's actually a big issue to me. The head of my security since 2014, a man by the name of Ivan, he has been blackballed and blocked from coming to this fight by Eddie Hearn and Matchroom because of a released report about the stoppage of my ambulance, and I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's correct that a man who's simply doing his job and telling the truth is blackballed by the powers that be. So I wanted to put that out there, because if it can happen to him, it can happen to anybody. These people are controlling the industry. That they're making jokes about it, but it's a guy's livelihood on the line, and I don't think it's fair. So I'm putting that out there for the world to know, and something needs to be done about it.
Any response, Eddie? Not sure if you can use the cards for that one.
No, there's nothing this guy can say. I mean, in the last press conference, as you guys saw, he used Ricky Hatton, a legend and an amazing fighter. He used his name to try and speak during the press conference. I mean, the levels of scumbaggery that we're dealing with here are just unparalleled. We need to get a picture of this guy in the Oxford Dictionary under the word scumbag. Just a little thumbs up, a little smile, because he is the definition that he would do something like that. And I didn't forget about it, and for anyone that did, I'm bringing it up again.
Conor, let's hear from you here this evening. Listening to you speak on the DAZN stream yesterday, you were watching some highlights back from the first fight, and you said you believe you took Chris Eubank Jr.'s soul that night. What makes you feel that way?
I do. The fact he was in hospital for 3 days. I was back in the gym. He threw double the amount of punches. I was back in the gym on the Sunday. For me, the most damage that was done in the fight, I believe I inflicted a lot more pain. His work rate was incredible. His resilience, his strength, his spirit, his athleticism, his experience. He used really well. Took me by surprise. And he's a better fighter than I thought he was. First off, but I'm ready to take what's left come Saturday.
What do you make of that, Chris? Conor claiming that he took your soul in the ring in April.
Who won the fight, Conor?
You may have won the fight, but you're the one in hospital, not me.
If you take a man's soul, that usually means you win the fight.
You may have won the fight, but
I've never seen someone's soul get taken and they still win.
So I look at you now, and you ain't the same.
The truth is, we both ended up in hospital, and I was there for dehydration. You were there for the.
How much weight did you put on after the weigh?
Listen,
after the weigh-in,
was you 3 pounds under the rehydration into weight talks?
3 pounds under? We are into weight.
You guys implemented a rehydration clause. You guys implemented a rehydration clause.
Your team, that was your team.
Okay, yeah, my team requested a weight restriction, right? Anyway, regardless of that,
you're getting paid an absolute fortune to fight a welterweight. I don't know what you're mumbling about.
Why
do
you always talk about weight?
Go fight a Damas. You want to fight a welterweight? Well, that comes with T's and C's. You're the A side. So if it comes with them,
that's right. I am the A side. If there's a rehydration clause, I'm going to deal with it, and I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Stop begging for sympathy for people.
There's no sympathy. You can ask the doctors why I was in hospital. You're talking about you were in hospital for 3 days. What did you say? I was sipping food for a straw?
Rehydration limit.
Just lies.
You missed your championship weight that you've made the past 5 fights.
I did, because of sabotage. Because Eddie Hearn and Matchroom had a room full of photographers and people stopping me from getting on the scales.
We are gladiators. Do you know how
embarrassing it is. You carry on like this.
You guys got your wish. You got your 500k. You bought a Rolls Royce.
I did. I love
Congratulations
it.
to you.
I really am hoping you miss work again. Every time you bring that up, it does.
You're only getting one Rolls Royce this year, mate. Don't worry about that.
I might do. You never know. Might sabotage you again, Chris.
Conor, you said that you're not emotionally invested as much this time round in the fight or in Chris Eubank.
Do you know what it is, Jamie? I think once you learn about Chris, you learn to understand he is just the way he is. But he has my respect for being one hell of a fighter. Resilient. I genuinely thought I'd knock you out in 3 rounds.
No, you didn't.
But I did. But I did. And I almost did.
No, you didn't.
But I almost did.
No, you didn't.
And I'm not going to let you go this time, Chris. But I take my hat off to you because we're both sitting here. We didn't have to choose this life. We're both here, putting it all on the line, pouring our hearts out in there. So I take my hat off to you. I don't like you though.
You keep your hat on, my friend, because I don't need. I'm not worried about your respect and what you think about me. Whether you like me, whether you hate me, whether you think I'm an idiot.
I don't like
it really doesn't. It really doesn't affect me personally. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do exactly what I did to you in April. I'm going to take your soul.
I was back in the gym on the Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. So you
like a good sparring session.
Your soul will be getting taken.
I was back in the gym on Sunday, ready to go again. While you were crying about your flipping tongue now. Don't come here with that, Chris. You got beat up by a welterweight. You see your face. You got beat up by a welterweight. Has any other middleweight done that to you?
You caught me with a few good shots.
I know. I saw your legs buckle.
There was no way that the beating I took was anywhere close to what you took.
I was completely fine though.
Yeah, all right.
Punched like a fairy.
You looked fine.
You punched like a fairy. For a middleweight, you punched like a fairy. Wait till I drop back down to 147.
Okay, well then you don't have anything to worry about in a couple of days.
This is my last fight up at 160.
Yeah.
Hope everybody enjoys. I will be dropping back down to 147 to challenge the Barrioses, the Ryan Garcias, the Rolly Romeros, the Devin Haney's, the Normans. I'll drop back down and pursue my career to win a world title. I'm glad I could give you guys this fantasy fight and me showing a pair of bollocks to jump up 2 weights to fight you while you're moaning about your toenails.
Wait.
You understand?
Jumping up 2 weights. You haven't been a welterweight for 4 years, kid. Stop it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Exactly, bro.
What is another?
That's my whole point. No one cares about you and your toenail, Chris. Nobody, especially not me. I like you though.
All right. It's getting embarrassing now, mate. Let's move on. It's getting embarrassing. Just stop talking. Trust me. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you.
Listen, Chris. Are you really not going to look at me, Chris?
Why would I look at you?
Why would you look at me?
I know what you are.
Chris.
I know your fate. I don't need to look at you.
Chris, just look at me, bro. Oh, come on, man. I'll see you Saturday. Fuck's sake.
Chris, if all goes to plan for you, where does Conor Benn go when you beat him again, and what does it mean for your career? What do you push on to?
What type of questions are these, bro? Where does Conor Benn go after? Who cares?
To win a world title.
This is not about what happens next. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to show the world who I am again, and then who knows what will happen next. I can't tell you what this guy's going to do next. You know, he'll tell you all the stories about all these different fights he's going to have, and that's great. I'm not worried about any of that. I'm worried about going out there in a couple of days' time and making history again, which I will do.
Final predictions then, Conor. How do you do it Saturday night?
Do you know what? If you asked me this question 6 months ago, it would have been, I'm a guy that render him unconscious and knock him out sparkle. Don't get me wrong, I dream about it. But I'm going to go in there and just give a calculated performance. I think everybody knows I love to fight. It's inevitable. I love fighting. It's who I am. It's in my DNA. Any fight I've had, I put on a performance for the public. And that's my prize, giving people value for money. You know, I'm here. I'm not trying to nick a fight on points. I'm not just trying to win. I'm here to give people value for money and entertainment. But ultimately, my priority is to go in there and get the win. That's my priority. However that comes, however that looks.
Chris Eubank Jr., final word to you. What happens Saturday night? Tell the world.
The procedure will be parliamentary.
Rastafari. Yeah, what do you say?
Okay, and there we go. That does conclude the main event press conference here this evening. We will now pause as we bring Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn to the front for a face-off. Thank you very much.
Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London, on the line. No world title, no interim title, no purple belt, no alphabet belt. On the line is legacy, history, rivalry, bragging rights. A great night of boxing, and the main event, the rematch the fight fans have been waiting for. Conor the Destroyer Benn takes on Chris Next Gen Eubank Jr. Two young fighters go at it, and two Hall of Fame legends standing there with their sons. Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank Sr. From the Boxing Hall of Fame, both two-time champions of the world. Saturday night, November 15th, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Benn Eubank Jr. Live worldwide on DAZN. A few tickets left. Don't forget ticketmaster.co.uk.
Making moves, yeah, on the dance floor. Gotta move on, dancing, yeah, real hardcore. From the front to the back, that's where I was at. You know, the apple got to do it like that. With Craig David all over your DJ, it's all up to you. When the crowd go wild, tell me what you gonna do. It's not just when the crowd say ball, selector. Rewind. When the crowd say ball, selector. Rewind. When the crowd say ball, selector. Rewind.